Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions pretty much of this Revolution Ultimate Crystal palette, and it's called Adorned. It's very pretty, so this is the look I created with it. I don't know what you personally will be thinking of the look I created with this palette. This is what the palette looks like on the inside, but definitely keep watching the video to see my opinions on it because it definitely didn't go how I thought it was going to. So if you do like this video and you want to see more from me, then please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss further videos, and let's just get into the video. So the palette from the front, like the packaging, is actually really cute. It is quite heavy, and I think it's because there's just like a ton like glued onto it. You can see that. I remember when I first got this, it did really smell like glue. It doesn't really as much. You can definitely still smell it, but I remember when I opened this, like it was like you could really smell it. Yeah, and it's just gold on the back, and then when you open it, it just looks like this. There's a massive mirror, which is really handy, which I'm going to be doing it in. So I'm going to just like go through and swatch each shade. So these are the shades. So the look I'm going to go for is going to be quite basic, just because a lot of the like deeper shades are shimmers. The only shade that isn't a shimmer, it looks, is this one down here that's like deeper. All of these look like they're shimmers. So I will swatch them all. I won't swatch Aura and Allure just because they're glitters, so there's not really much point of swatching those. I'm more interested on formula more so than the colours, because something I've seen people say, like when I saw the swatches on the Instagram, they didn't look that good. So I'm more interested in the payoff and the colours than the actual like look like that I'm going to create. I'm more interested in how they're going to perform. Swatch this first row and then I will show you. So something about this palette is when you swatch, like when you actually touch them, they're very soft. Like they feel so nice. I had to put it up here because it's quite awkward because the thing will just kind of fall. So I placed it against the candle so that I can swatch them easier. So this is the first row. So this one is from like, this is the first like shade, and that's to the other shade. As you can see, they are really pretty. I will say they have just like kind of rubbed off my fingers really easily though. But yeah, they seem really soft and not chalky at all. Now I'm going to do the second row, but the second row does have a glitter in, which I'm not going to bother swatching. I will just show you the three actual shades. So here is a swatch of the second row without the glitter. I also think this is super pretty. These are all shimmers. They look more wet than they look shimmery. They just have like a sheen to them. Now I'm going to this row. So this is the third row. As you can see, it's mainly just that second shade that didn't swatch amazingly, but on camera it actually looks quite alright. But they've swatched really nicely. Like these have swatched well. And then we just have the last row, which only has three colours because one's a glitter. So these are the two glitters. You've got glitter down here and you have this glitter. So this one's literally just like gold, and that one's like a pink white glitter. So this last row is these three down here. I've just put them at the bottom down here, which I feel like they've swatched. They have like, these have swatched so much nicer than they did on the Revolution Instagram, I have to say. What I'm honestly quite interested in, because they've wiped off my hands like pretty well. I kind of just want to like see how they wipe off my back of my hand, just with a tissue. Like there's nothing on this tissue, and there's like no glitter on my hand either. Interesting. So now I'm going to zoom you in and we're just going to get started. I'm literally just going to play around. Okay, so like I said, some of them haven't been washed, but like I've just wiped them, so there shouldn't be any paint like colour on them anymore. I think I might start with maybe just Grace and just try that through my crease and just see how it is, because it's quite a light colour. So I kind of just want to see. This palette is great mirror. It's like huge. I just want to start with Grace and just sort of see how this works on my eye. This might be a bit too big of a brush. And I am just going to do, I think, the one eye. Maybe I'll just do both actually. Maybe I'll face you this way and I'll just do both eyes. Yeah, just so you know as well, I have not put a primer because realistically, like in the real world, when I'm doing my makeup, I'm not priming my eyes. Also, I know I'm using this colour, but I'm not necessarily going for like this style of a colour. Like, I don't know if it's going to end up darker or what, but this is a really pretty colour. I did have orange on this brush previously, but I did just try and wipe a lot of it off. So I honestly couldn't tell you if there's still orange on it or not. There is sort of like two colours. One's like, this one's more peachy and this one's a bit more nude. That's why I went for the more nude one. So I thought it was a better transition colour. There's literally like 1, 2, 4 matte colours in this palette. Yeah, like this colour's pretty cute. But yeah, like I was saying, there's not many matte colours, so it's sort of like difficult to know like what ones to use because there's literally like none. Two are very similar, like the one I've currently got on. One's white and the other's like really dark. So let's put a bit of Captivate, which is the other one here, on the same brush because they're very similar. It's just a bit more peachier. I'm kind of keen to keep it more on the outer. Okay, this one's definitely quite pigmented. It's like I said though, I literally don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just making it up as I'm going along. I definitely will put some of Promise, which is the darkest colour, on the outer corner to darken it. I feel like stuck. I feel like all I can do with this look now is put a shimmer over my lid and then put some darker colour in my crease. So your look is going to look very similar in terms of the matte colours you use and the crease colours you use. The difference is just going to be the shimmer that you use. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather be able to play around with the mattes and choose different crease colours and different like, outer corner colours. Like you can literally see it there. You've literally just got this colour, this colour, this colour and this colour. I think what I'll do is I'm going to put that dark colour out on my outer corner right now. And then I'm going to use a couple of the shimmers across my lid. So I'm going to put like a darker shimmer on the outside and then a lighter one on the inside. And then use a bit of glitter. How dark is this colour? It's not like crazy dark. It is pretty like nude-ish. I want to see what colour this is the colour at the bottom called Promise. I want to see how this looks in the eye. It looks dark in the pan and it's the darkest matte shade. But I don't think it's going to be that dark. I'm not going to lie. If it's even going to show up. But the thing is that I don't really get a nude kind of colour, and this is like a peach, so none of them really, you don't have like, I don't know, they work together but they also are different. Okay, these do actually look nice together, but now I've like lost all the depth because they've just blended as one. So that's kind of annoying, I guess. I actually do really like, I will like, by the way, I know it sounds like I'm being really negative about this palette. I do actually really like it. Like, I will definitely use this. I think it's my type of palette. I would happily like do this type of a look. Like, I honestly like this sort of thing. I'm just more thinking of just like other things you can do with it, and there isn't like, that's why I'm sort of mentioning like the mattes. But it doesn't mean I don't like the palette. I actually think the palette's really, really beautiful. I haven't used any of the shimmers yet. From like the swatches and from like these colours, I think it is really beautiful. And use that like more peachy colour and sort of blend that in a bit more, because I didn't end up using this in my inner corner to start with. I literally don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just making this up. I do think it's pretty though, I have to say. Like, I really do like the look of this. Okay, now for the like shimmer colours. I mean, obviously there's more pinky colours in here, and I think maybe I should go for that because of what's on my eyes. I don't want to go too dark with the shimmer because I don't really love that. But I might use like Class. Wow, that's lighter than I thought it was going to be. The ones that I like seem to be more, there seems to be different types of shimmers in here. So these ones seem to swatch, like this one seems to swatch different to this one. I don't know if it's the lighter colours just aren't as like pigmented with their like swatches, or if it's the formula. But if you look, there's literally an example right there. You've got like, they're both meant to be like sheens or like shimmers, but then like one is like really strong, and it definitely has got glitter in it because I can see it when I put the lights on it. I've just got this little brush because I just want to see. This is very dense, this brush. I think to be safe I'm going to go for Attraction. And I'm going to sort of put it in the centre so I can get a gist of what colour it is. If it's quite light, I can move it forward. If it's a bit dark, I can move it backwards. It doesn't look like this is going to work on a brush. A load is just like falling out. Okay, oh, that's really pretty. But again, it doesn't really... It's like pretty when your eyes shut and you're like blending it and then it's just gone. So we're going to use the vinegar. Okay, let's put Glamour, and then I can always put a little bit of... So Glamour is this colour, and then there's Worship down here. I think I might put a bit of Worship on it, but like I'm gonna put Glamour on the outer corner first, like sort of inner outer corner. And then if I want a bit darker, then I'll use that. I don't think I want to use Victory, it's a bit too purple for what I'm thinking. I'm gonna use my finger and put Glamour. Wow, these really don't wanna... Like I'm getting... Can you see that there's just like nothing happening there? And let's put a bit of Worship on the outer corner with my... I mean, that definitely went on better than... I had to sort of put it further along so I could really push it on. Maybe I should use like a brush with setting spray. Let me grab my setting spray. I want to just see if that makes... I'm going to do it on the other eye to see if it makes a difference. I'm going to use Worship as well. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Yes, you need to use setting spray with these. Sorry, I don't even think you saw that, but that is so much better. And I do just want that on the outer corner, so now I need to do this side just on the outer corner. And I've already put it over it, so with my finger I'm just going to have to like blend it out a little bit just so it's equal with the other side. Now I'm going to use the other side of this brush and use Glamour. And I'm going to put that next to Worship because this is the colour I originally wanted to use. Ooh, that's pretty. Now that I've got the colour I actually want. Okay, yeah, you need... These are amazing. This is why they don't look very good in swatches, because you need to be using a wet brush with them. Okay, I do want to go into another colour, so I need to find another brush. I'm going to go into Attraction, which was the first colour I attempted, which it really does not pick up this colour down here. It might be a case of setting spray in the brush and then trying to pick it up, but we'll see. I've kind of got a tiny bit on my brush. We'll see how this goes. Okay, no it does. Okay, this is a lot pinker than I thought though. It seems a little bit like chalky. Okay, I'm not a fan of this colour. I'm going to use the other side of the brush and try Class, which is the one down here. You can kind of tell which ones aren't as good. This looks like it's going to be... I might end it with like a golden colour on the inner corner maybe instead of like this. Because this looks like it's going to be quite pink too. Actually, that's quite pretty. Oh, that's pretty actually. It doesn't really go with the whole colour theme, but you know. The thing is now, I don't know which side is what, but oh well. Just trying to like blend them a little bit. It's not as like light as I was hoping for. Well, I don't think it's like the colour as much on my eye. It's more the crease colour. You know, it's just a bit dull. Like I wish there was a bit more warmth added to it. But there just like isn't, you know. I'm gonna go under my eye with that colour too. And yes, I'm lazy and use the same brush. I have got a little bit of fallout, but not crazy. Okay, now I need to put like a colour in my inner corner. I might try and use Wish. It's a bit like grey, but it's super soft. Yeah, I need to use a thingy for that as well, because that ain't going nowhere. I still stand by the fact if you want a nice Revolution palette, go for the Tammy palette. So good. You don't need to use you don't need to wet your brushes either. Which is weird because when you actually dip into these, they have a similar texture to the Tammy ones, but like they just don't apply the same. Like that one, it has that same texture that the Tammy one does, like how it gets like wet and stuff. Normally if a brush doesn't work with shimmers, you use your finger and it's amazing, but for these, like they only work with like a wet brush. Now I kind of just want to put some glitter over this aura. I've got these two different glitters. We're going to go with the non-gold one because I haven't really got any gold on my lid, so I'm literally just going to go like tap, 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 tap. Oh, this looks actually really pretty over it. Quite happy about that. Gives it something else, doesn't it? This is what I love doing from the glitter with the Tammy palette. I literally just stick it all over my lid. I think it looks so pretty. Right, so I'm quickly going to go off camera and I am going to put my mascara on. Okay, so I am back. This is the finished look, like with mascara on. I mean, it's cute. Would I recommend this palette if you're someone who loves to like do loads of different looks and do loads of different things with a palette? No. But when you look at it, it does look like something that... It looks stunning, but you can tell straight away it's not something you can do a ton with. Like you can do loads of different looks with it because there's 16 colours. But I feel like it's almost more effort than it's worth because I didn't find that the easiest of like application, to be honest. I found it quite difficult. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this if you want something like that's very easy to use, like very pigmented. It looks, I'm not saying it doesn't look pretty, it's just I put like 5 different shades on my eyes and like it doesn't look like it. So yeah, if you did like this video, please try to subscribe, like and comment. Let me know any ideas you have down below. and I will see you in my next video. Bye!